Welcome, focused learners, to today's explainer. Okay, so I want you to step into a time machine with me right now, because we're about to explore the absolute cutting edge of artificial intelligence. We're breaking down some incredible insights straight from Lang Chain's recent Interrupt conference. We're going to look at exactly where AI is heading, moving from these big visionary concepts down to the actual tools you can literally use today.
So we're kicking things off with a pretty massive question. What are AI agents actually going to look like in 2027? It's a framing that immediately grabs you, right? Like, if we fast forward just a few short years, how is the software we use every single day going to operate? And honestly, who's even going to be building it?
Okay, let's dive into this. We're organizing this massive topic into a few clear chapters. First up, welcome to 2027. Then, powering future AI agents. Next, systems that continually learn. Fourth is building agents without code. And finally, real-world AI action.
Section 1. Welcome to 2027, The Divergence.
Now, what's really interesting about the landscape of AI agents right now is that it's splitting. It's moving in two very different directions all at once. On one side, we have long horizon agents. You can think of these as the deep thinkers. They run for minutes, hours, maybe even days. They execute code, they plan out massive tasks, and they basically spin up sub-agents to achieve these larger goals. But then on the other side, we have customer experience agents. For these guys, latency is literally everything. These are your customer support or sales agents talking directly to users. So absolute speed, maintaining a very specific brand voice, and instant interactions are absolutely crucial.
When we talk about those incredibly fast customer experience agents, voice is becoming the paramount modality. But look at how things currently operate today. We basically use this clunky sandwich pipeline, right? A user speaks, it gets transcribed to text, an agent processes that text, spits out more text, and then finally, that's synthesized back into speech. I mean, it works, but it's pretty slow. The big shift we're looking toward, the real game changer, is the rise of native speech-to-speech models. This completely rips out that text bottleneck, giving us these incredibly fast, steerable, real-time interactions.
So the crucial point is understanding how those other agents, the deep-thinking, long-horizon ones, actually get their work done. Well, they rely on sandboxes. These are secure, isolated environments where they can just execute code. But actually, scratch that. Don't just think of it as literal programming. It's much bigger. There was this brilliant quote from the conference that hit the nail on the head, giving that marketing team a software engineer. By giving an agent a sandbox, it can write its own tools, crunch massive data sets, do deep independent research. It's basically acting as an endlessly scalable tech resource for non-technical teams. No way, right?
All right, let's move on to Section 2, Powering Future AI Agents, Models and Identity.
To actually power these future systems, the industry is anticipating a massive, massive surge in open models. And it's really driven by three main things. First, the base open models are rapidly catching up to the raw performance of those massive closed frontier models. Second, and this is huge, when you have complex tasks where agents are looping over and over and burning through a ton of tokens, open models are incredibly cost-effective. And third, you can highly train them for your specific business domain through post-training. It makes total sense.
But here's a thought. As these super powerful agents start taking real action, how do they actually get permission to do things? Well, we're seeing two complex trends emerge in agent identity. On one hand, agents act using user credentials. This means if I tell an agent to search my Slack, it acts exactly on my behalf. It only sees what I'm allowed to see. On the other hand, we have fixed credentials. This is where the agent acts as its own independent entity through a service account, using a consistent set of access rights for everyone. Being super precise about when to use which method, yeah, that's going to be absolutely critical for enterprise security.
Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 3, Systems that continually learn.
So, there are three distinct layers where an agentic system can automatically improve itself over time. First, you've got the model layer. This is where you might fine-tune an open-source model, something like QN 3.5. Then, second is the harness layer. This is the actual code connecting the model to its environment. And what's really amazing here is that evaluations and traces act as a forcing function. Much like classical machine learning learns from data, the feedback from tasks can literally prompt an agent to rewrite and optimize its own code. Wild, right? And finally, there's the context layer, where the system can automatically refine an agent's core instructions or skills based on how it performed in the past.
To really show you how seriously the industry is taking this, Lang Chain just announced the creation of Lang Chain Labs. It's an entire new research group dedicated solely to this concept of continual learning. It's solid proof that there's a huge commitment to building systems that self-improve using historical traces. They're making sure tomorrow's agents are just vastly smarter than today's.
Okay, pivot time. Let's jump into Section 4, Building Agents Without Code.
Because the reality right now is that the best people to build agents aren't just software engineers anymore. It's the domain experts, the people actually doing the day-to-day job. Enter Langsmith Fleet. It's a managed agent builder that lets literally anyone build agents using plain natural language. It's got built-in memory, over 200 native tools out of the box, plus huge expansion potential through MCP, or Model Context Protocol. And it operates seamlessly right where you already work, like in Slack or Gmail. But most importantly for businesses, it includes shared governance and cost tracking, so it's ready for the enterprise from day one.
Which brings us to our final chapter, Section 5, Real-World AI Action, the GTM Agent.
And this brilliantly illustrates the actual tangible business impact of these no-code tools today. A specific go-to-market agent built entirely without code, by a sales team mind you, drove a staggering 240% increase in lead-to-qualified conversions. 240%, that is a massive jump.
But hey, it didn't just drive revenue, it actually gave people their time back. This automated workflow is currently saving 40 hours per sales rep every single month. I mean, to put that into perspective, that is an entire work week of time just liberated from repetitive tasks. Now those reps can actually focus on high-level strategy and building human relationships.
Let's walk through exactly how this works using a fictional account. Let's call them Pied Piper. Step 1, a rep simply tags the agent directly in Slack. Step 2, the agent instantly goes to work analyzing data across Salesforce and the BigQuery data warehouse to figure out exactly why the account is at risk. Step 3, and this is absolutely crucial, the human-in-the-loop safety protocol kicks in. The agent drafts a re-engagement email and just pauses. It asks the human rep to review it. Then step 4, the human approves the draft and the email is sent out. It's incredibly powerful, but it's always safely under human supervision.
So tying this practical demo back to those big visionary concepts we talked about earlier, the Fleet platform running this agent perfectly represents the future we discussed. It's entirely model agnostic, it's built on an open source agent harness called Deep Agents, and it even features a free tier powered by Fireworks open models. The whole shebang proves that this accessible open source agent ecosystem isn't just some far-off 2027 dream. It's a reality you can deploy right now.
Which really leaves us with the ultimate question to wrap up today's explainer. If anyone in your company could build an AI agent today, what would they build? Seriously, think about your daily bottlenecks, the repetitive research, or all that data crunching. The barrier to entry is just gone. The tools to automate those tasks are already in your hands, waiting for your instructions. So stay curious, keep learning, and start building.